Oh, look at her. And Lady Red, she's stunting. Adam Joseph is working. Look at her. Yay! Hello, everybody, and welcome to Look at Her, the Hey Qween After Show, where we have our celebrity guest look at some of the hers that she's worked with, and she spills a little tea. Shady blend. Or if she has to, doubles down and throws some shade. Today we have the gorgeous TRANNIKA REX. Did you stone that dress? Gorgeous.
Thank you.
And of course, our double lap dance divas, Lino and Jade. Yeah! Shake it, don't break it. Boop. Boop. The consent is implied. Thank you. Move along. Bye. All right. Well, TRANNIKA, finally we got you here in the hot seat.
My body is ready.
You're gonna spill. You're gonna tell. I mean, you definitely have. You have the inside tea on these queens. I mean, you've been knowing them since before they were stars.
I know where all the bodies are buried.
Yes, you do. Lady Red, are you ready for this grave robbing that we're about to do? We're gonna take out all the bodies from the ground. Are we gonna look? Yes, I think she's looking. Well, let me use my proper tools. Let us begin.
Your proper tools.
Look at her. Kimchi.
I don't think I know this one. Kimchi is my closest drag friend. Yeah, and I think she's my best friend. Yeah.
How has Kimchi changed since Drag Race, or has she?
She hasn't. Botox.
Okay.
Lip fillers. Kim is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. She also has a very dark sense of humor.
As I've gathered, you get little glimpses of it.
You get little, yeah. But she will go to the end of the world for anyone. I mean, she's just an incredible person. And, 15 minutes of fame has a way of kind of like magnifying who you already are. If you're a piece of shit, you're gonna be a bigger piece of shit. Mm-hmm. And she's, used her witchy powers for good. Yeah, she busts her ass. I mean, who else does it like Kim, man? Like every month she puts out new pins, new merch. Like she's carrying to the fucking cart, and that's, she's just good at her job. Always with a new look, always with,
and now she has more money than ever to really get whatever she wants.
That bitch is rich. Yeah.
If you came up on the last couple seasons, you can really just work and make sure you buy a house or buy the biggest bag Gucci has to offer or whatever.
That's true. Yeah, man. She I don't know, she just did it right. Yeah. She did the whole thing right. Yeah.
Now, what is her favorite thing to eat with you?
Food. Kim loves food. We used to do this thing in the viewing parties. I mean, she's never in town anymore, so she doesn't really know as well, but I call her Human Yelp, okay? Because you would be like, Kim, I want to go to Andersonville. Where's a good place to get pancakes? And she'll go, well, first of all, on Tuesday, they have they have blueberry pancakes. They're $9.33, and she'll tell you the address of the place. Wow. She has a photographic memory. She'll tell you the address. She'll tell you who works there. She'll tell you what time to go to get the fresh French fries. She's fucking insane.
I love it.
She's crazy. But we live close to the good pho places.
Oh.
By the Vietnamese area. We'll get lots of pho.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Look at her.
Lucille Stool.
Lucy Stool. Now, not yet on Drag Race, but very well celebrated on social media.
Yeah. Lucy started about, I want to say 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. So I was kind of in the first lap of like Chicago drag queens. I don't know, I would say in like, I'm confused. In like, a bunch of us came up at the same time, right? Me, Kim, Shay, Ivory, Valentine, a bunch of us, Trixie, all came out at the same time. And then like 3 years later, a bunch
The
of
next generation.
Yeah, like Vixen.
Degrassi, the next generation.
Exactly. Yeah, Saved by the Bell, next class.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new class. So her and Vixen kind of came out around the same time-ish. But yeah, she started to do stuff on the west side.
And for people that don't know Chicago, explain.
Ukrainian Village, like Wicker Park, and she was doing more like dirty shows, like, you know, they were admittedly unpolished and filthy, and, you know, and then she kind of broke her way into Boys Town more too. But yeah, when she started, I mean, she was not polished. She, you know, like she couldn't just saunter into Boys Town. You know, she wore a flat wig and a loose dress, and she was like, "I am what I am. I'm nasty." And now look at her. She's like covered in sequins and all. You know, and she works more than any. She works more than any drag queen in Chicago.
Really?
She will bartend a gig, go to a gig, come to my show and perform, and then go to a gig after that. She'll be in drag for 6 hours a day. She works 7 days a week.
Peppermint Gummy Bear style from back in the day. She used to do like 5 gigs a night.
I can't do that shit, man.
It's a lot.
I get tired and I get drunk and I'm like, well, let's go get food. But she's like, yeah, she does.
Like, you got another gig, gotta go.
Yeah, she works more than anyone.
What is a Lucy Stool show like?
She does Fabitat. It's at a beauty bar.
But what is her shows like? Her performances?
She's glamorous. Yeah, it's a lot of like, there's a boa or like there's, you know, a reveal with sequins, lots of sequins, and she's a slow mover, and then, you know, it's grand. It's grand.
It's grand.
Yeah.
Okay, like
yeah, and the beard really like takes you, but you know, she walks up on stage, you connect to her, you see her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, shout out to Lucy Stool. Look at her.
Detox,
Chicago's newest resident.
Yes. The first time I met Detox, my friend Ruby D called me up. This was like 6 years ago, and I was doing a show at Berlin, and she was like, my friend's coming in town from LA. Have you ever heard of Detox? I was like, oh, you mean like...
Right.
What is it, from the mannequin number? Where she just holds out the purse. I was like, I know her.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah. They're like, well, she said she'll do it for like anything more than $1. Like, she just wants to do shows. And I come to find out, I think she had found out she was getting cast like right before, and then she did like a big, you know, she came to Chicago, she went around, and then she literally left like 2 weeks later.
Huh.
Yeah, but I met her and I fell in love with her. I mean, who doesn't like Detox?
Yeah, exactly. She's so fun and so honest.
She's the gold standard for like what you would like to have at your bar. I feel like Layla is the same way. Layla McQueen. It's like she comes, she gets drunk with you, but not too drunk.
Right.
She makes out with all of the boys. Everyone has a story about, you know, getting fingered by Detox in the bar. Like everyone has a fucking Detox story. Everyone has a Layla story. It's like that. You just always enjoy her. She comes in and she's a presence. Like you just, God, nothing bad about Detox. Mm-hmm. That's my girl.
She's great, and you had just mentioned her, but look at her. Layla. Now, a little bit underrated, but she's someone who's been working really hard and touring her ass off, and people seem to be having a lot of positive response to her.
Yeah, she had a rough go of it on the show, and she was smart. It's like, you know, some girls, they go on the show and they're like, okay, well, I'm famous now. It's like, she did the smart thing. You put yourself up for a reasonable rate, and you just take all the gigs, and everyone loves you the first time, and they bring you back, you raise your rate up a little. She's kind of, her stock has like gone up.
Yeah.
Everyone likes her. I mean, she's pulling amazing looks. She's smart. Yeah.
What's a fun story about Layla McQueen at your show?
Oh, God. I mean,
so we know she loves the fellas.
She loves the fellas. I mean,
she's almost second to Miss Alexis Michelle as Miss Continental Dick Pig 2017. She runner-up, first alternate.
Every time she's at Qween, she is wearing a look that in some way she's only wearing a jock.
Right.
Yeah, and whether it's completely exposed or just a drapey dress, but her ass is fully out. She's like definitely gotten some in the green room.
Right.
She's really horny. She's a really horny person. I like that about her.
God bless. We like that about her
She's
too.
nasty, yeah. Yeah, she's a good time. Yeah.
Look at her.
Amy!
There she is. She's here in the studio today.
Amy. Wait, I'm staying with Amy while I'm here. We met through Kimchi, did we? Kim? From Porcelain? Yeah, and Porcelain, because she's good friends with Porcelain.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Porcelain had a weird accidental fight because she douched on stage and I yelled at her.
Oh, wow.
She douched on stage and I yelled at her, and then she was supposed to stay another day, and then she red-eye left. And then we had a weird moment where we didn't talk. But now it's like the joke that we always go back to.
You had a moment where you didn't talk about, I had to clean up your douche water on stage.
We did.
Did you come out with a big mop and just get it done?
No, the DJ came out and was like bleaching things, and then we couldn't. And here's my favorite part of this is we're bleaching it. Okay, who is the most oblivious person in the world? Kimchi. So it's the final number, right? There's douche water on the stage.
Oh, God.
And everyone, of course, is just like shocked, and which is the intention, you know, very San Francisco.
Yeah.
She was living in San Francisco. She was under the influence at the time. So then it's curtain call, and I'm like, okay, guys, well, why don't you just step out onto the dance floor because we got a situation on stage. So, of course, Kim is not listening. She's oblivious. And I say, Kimchi, and then who just slow motion starts clomping up into the puddly, bleached, douchey stage. And I'm like, Kim, like, come down. It was weird. Anyways, we made up after that, but Shrinkle thought she hated me. Amy thought she hated me because I yelled at Porcelain. But me and Porcelain are really good now.
And turns out you're all perfect friends. Hooray!
Yeah.
Porcelain came with you to the studio.
Porcelain's the shit. Look her up.
Okay, Porcelain, Google Ha.
Google Ha.
And in the meantime, look at Ha.
Derrick Barry! Derrick is one of my closest friends. I'm just kidding.
Now, you were telling me off camera that there was a little incident. You actually mentioned it on the main show.
No, that's
Daddy, I think you're looking for this one.
What is this one?
That's extra.
Nah, I'll do this. I said a joke that Derrick Barry didn't like, so she informed me in so many words at Roscoe's over the course of 10 minutes in front of a lot of people.
Did she stopped you, pushed you against the wall, and did like the me against the music?
She didn't push me, but she verbally pushed me.
Wow.
I was pinned against the... I can't believe I'm telling
you were
this story.
Madonna and she was Britney, and you were like, hey, Britney.
Yeah. That's what happened.
And then Kimchi made you tell the story again.
Yeah.
So now the wounds are open again.
Yeah, so it happened, and I was like, all right, well, let's just move on from this, because I told a joke she didn't like. I was like, okay, I get it. I talk too damn much. I get paid to go stand up and make fun of people. Like, it is what it is.
Right, yeah.
She didn't like it. So I was like, okay, I'll just step away from it. You know, last year at the viewing parties, I was like, I'm going to be Wendy Williams. I'm going to piss everyone off. I'm going to stir it up. This year, I'm like, no, I'm going to be Ellen. I got to be Ellen. I already stirred it up. I'm sorry. I apologize. So yeah, then I was like, all right, let's just do the viewing party and not talk about it. And Kim literally is like, why don't you tell everyone about your public beef with Derrick Barry? So Derrick, if you're watching this, I accept your apology.
All right.
No, but seriously, I don't believe in fighting with anyone. I think it's harmful to the soul, but also I do believe in talking shit publicly. And if you ever hear me say something shady, it's probably in front of a room full of people. So
I like it.
So, you know, it is what it is. Sorry I offended you, Derrick.
All right.
But love you, Diva.
All right, extra. Well, if you want to hear me and Lady Red talk shit, you're going to want to subscribe to the Hot Tea Podcast and join our Patreon, where our unfiltered special Patreon-only podcast, Zero Fucks, lives. And that's where we spill the major tea. We'll be back with more TRANNIKA REX right after this on Look at Ha. Look at Ha! For part 2 of Look at Ha, click here. For more incredible episodes of Look at Ha, click down here. And don't forget to subscribe!